Hello everybody, welcome to Amber's story. So I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory what this channel is going to be about, but essentially it's going to be me putting out my story specifically around mental health and mental well-being. I feel like there's so much stigma out there still with mental health disorders as a whole that really don't need to be there anymore, because science has continued to prove that there are ways to get help. Just because someone has a mental health disorder does not make them psycho and doesn't necessarily make them dangerous. Can it increase risk at times? Yes, but you have to look at the science around those specific disorders. I'm not a scientist, I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm a music major in college. I'm not super well educated around risk of being super dangerous because of a mental health disorder. I don't know if that made any sense, but overall the stigmas make it sound significantly more dangerous. It makes those of us with disorders sound so much more dangerous than a lot of us actually are. A lot of disorders develop because of some form of trauma. So a lot of it is the brain either just has a hard time producing the right chemicals or is trying to protect itself from trauma and those memories of trauma. So if anything, it's going to be self-destructive, not externally destructive. And again, that depends on what disorders you are talking about. If you want to know more, there are plenty of other people with more information, so please talk to someone who knows what they're doing specifically. So little bit about me. Sorry, I'm not ignoring anybody. I am looking at little notes I wrote because I knew I could not do this without notes. So a little bit about me. I'm an undergrad student in college. I'm majoring in music, like I said, and what I really want to do is be a music educator. I know some people are probably like, why are you majoring in music when here you are wanting to advocate mental health and share mental health story? Why aren't you majoring in psychology or something like that? Psychology is great and is interesting to me, but music is where my passion is. This is what I'm hoping will become a good outlet for me and to be a good outreach for other people. I want to major in music education so I can be there for people and so I can be a safe place for students to turn. Because I know before I actually reached out for professional help, I was way too intimidated to talk to counselors and stuff about what was going on. I talked to my band director. I talked to teachers and trusted adults whom I knew cared for me. And I want to be able to be one of those trusted adults for other students and for people in general, because taking those first steps is terrifying. It is a very vulnerable place to be, and I want to be able to help people make those first steps. And music is also really fun, and I cannot see myself ever giving up music. So, ta-da, I get the best of both worlds. So, I already touched base on this a little bit, but my hope for this is to, first of all, share my story, get it out there, help me process my experiences and externalize them and validate them, and also to let other people know who may have gone through similar things that you're not alone. We're all here together, and it is very scary and difficult, but if we unite together and are able to reach out more like this, we can help tear down a lot of the nasty stigmas out there and help educate others that just because we have depression or anxiety or PTSD or bipolar disorder or any of that it doesn't mean we're any less human. We just feel things in very extreme ways at times, and that we're just trying to find our place in the world too. Doesn't mean we want to be treated any differently. We have our own set of needs, and we're trying to show others how those needs can and should be filled. And everybody is different, so just because something works really well for me or for somebody else in your life, doesn't mean it'll work for everybody. So feel free to share what works for you. If you have your own challenges with mental health, please share what works for you and your mentality, because everybody has different minds. We're different people. It's great that way. Wouldn't want it any other way. And I want to continue my education in mental health. I'm not some know-it-all expert by any means. I want to be educated. I want to learn more and also share what I know for people who may not know how to take those first steps in reaching out. So this is mostly the introduction. So I would like to know what sort of direction everybody wants to see this channel go. That does not mean that is the direction I will go. I'm just open for suggestions at this point, because it is a little intimidating being on square one and seeing all the possibilities out there and having an idea of what I want to share, but not necessarily knowing how I want to go about it. So, comment section, benevolent dictatorship in a way. I will take everything into account, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna do what I feel is right to share and what I feel comfortable sharing. Because some of it is really personal. I'm not really sure I want to share certain details on the internet at this point. We shall see though. So yeah, comment what you want to see happen. I will also have a running mill of various resources if anyone is already like, yes, I want help, I need to reach out, or if they know someone, or if you know someone who feels ready to reach out or doesn't know where to begin, I will have some resources going through so you can have a starting place of where to reach out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and notification bell, because as many other people are finding, you won't receive notifications unless you specifically turn on the notification bell, which is kind of bizarre to me, because like, you subscribe to them, why wouldn't you receive notifications anyways? But YouTube is doing that now, so yeah. Please turn on notifications, especially if you want to see more content. And feel free to share. I'm not picky. Go ahead and share what I share. I'm putting this out there so people can learn and have somewhere to turn. So if you feel like this is going to be something that'll work really well for someone you know, by all means, share. Share my story, share your stories through comments and through other safe places. Keyword, safe place. This is a safe place. Anyone who abuses that, there shall be consequences. I shall figure out details of how those consequences will work. All within legal means, of course, but don't be mean in the comments. Nobody likes that. Yes. And before I go, this is not a sponsor by any means. So some of you may know that I'm trying my hand at being a salesperson through It Works. And It Works has a bunch of really cool products, and they have, all of it is very plant-based, very natural. Most of it is vegan. Through the website, you can search through the products, and you can they actually have options so you can see if it's truly vegan, if it has caffeine or not, all this cool stuff. There are lots of coffees and teas, there are lots of vitamins and serums and stuff, so if any of that sounds interesting to you, feel free to reach out, say, yo, I want this. So, and then I will be able to send you a link so we can discuss further which products you would be interested in purchasing and what, and excuse me, my brain is needing time to process and catch up to what I am trying to say. What you spend will, yes, it will go to a company, but it will also help me out a little bit financially. So if you want this channel to actually grow and improve, this is a great way for you to actively contribute until I'm able to acquire sponsors for these videos. So yes, and if you find me here on YouTube and you want to see more posts and stuff, more photography type stuff, which is a passion of mine as well, if you want to see some cool stuff and some more day-to-day type posts, feel free to go to Facebook and look up Amber's Story as well. There's a picture of my face and it is open to the general public to view and like and follow, so feel free to do that as well. Alright, thanks everybody and have a fabulous day!